again. No, I won't do that, but I will explain it. Ele is extra, right? The rest you capture that in the video, all right? But this is extra, right? If I say meta le logo right? This is one word. This is one word. Le is one word. And li, this one, I is supposed to be there but removed. So we say li, right? Which is still used in the old Yoruba Bible. The first Yoruba Bible written, was used. And this ni is commonly used by Yorubas everywhere. Meta is 3, le is extra, ogun is 20. So this is 23. And I explained that if you go from 1 to 5, you use the le. If you go beyond 5, from 6 to 9, you use din. You start to subtract. In Yoruba, you start to subtract. So din or di is subtract, reduced, and what else? Minus, right? Minus. D, I will explain that. D means to block. There's no way through, no more. D is less than. Something is less now. It used to be 10, but now it's 6. So I remove 4. That action is D. Right?
Making it less than D?
Is D, yes. Because you can use D, some area in Yoruba we use D. You won't hear the end. And some we say D, right? And this is very common. Okay, so meta le logun. I won't say, I can say meta di logun because that will be what? 27, right? Okay. That would be 19, 17. Meta di logun. Then I explained that while they are constructing these words together, when they are mixing those words together, they drop some letters for a reason. So you can have smooth pronunciation. For example, meta di logbon. Meta di logbon. Out of 30, I took 3 out. And that would be what? 27. And if I count, if I say, Mr. Williams, last week, he brought out a situation where I have to use 25 or 35, right? And say, now what happens at that point? Do you lean over to the to the lay or you lean over to the din? What do you do at that point? I say you favor the bottom part. the earlier.
The smaller number?
Yes. So we say Arunle, Arun Le Logun for 20, right? Which is 25. Arun Le Logun. That's the accepted, commonly accepted. So when you go up, you can still say Arun di Logbon. But this is the most commonly used.
So
Yeah.
lay
Le is more. Le is extra. Then I explained the le. I said if you have popcorn or tomatoes in the Eastern market, and then you have it like that, that is lay, because they are on top of each other. And the lay relates to L-A-Y as well. Lay on top, right? In English, it's still relevant.
So you can lay on top of tomatoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you stacking them. It means to stack,
Right.
right?
Oh,
So
It means to stack. This M, I also explained that this M is actually mu, which relates to the M that I was explaining at that time. And to mu is to pick. Pick something. So you're counting now, different from just saying. So you're counting. Meta, take 3, right? Yeah, you're free to do that. Because it's in the middle, right? So it's caught, you're caught between, we say, okay, for simplicity, count from 1 to 5, relate that to lay. Count from 6 to 9, relate that to din.
okay.
So you keep minusing the upper.
Let me write that.
You minus the upper because you are going to 20 or you're going to 30. So you have to remove, how do you identify what's between 15 and 20? You keep removing whatever is at the top.
Right, but 23 is, that's from 1 to 5, but that doesn't have Arun, it has.
23 is what?
It has.
No, better lay, logun, because we already got to 20. You know, now when we get to 20, we start counting like we counted from 1 to 11 again. So we start counting again as if we are in 1 to 10. So we start counting from 20, we start counting again, like we did from 10 to 20. So 1, 0, 2, 8, 3, 8, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, now see the difference now. 11, 0, color.
I don't understand.
11 is 0, color. Let me see.
The numbers, we didn't go over the numbers last week.
Right, we did that way back. All right, so we're in the advanced stage now. So let me do that quickly. 1 is what? Ocon. Ocon. 2, AG. 3, Eta. 4, Aaron. 5, Aaron. If you are picking Aaron, what are you doing? What will you call it when you are picking it? When you are counting Aaron? Like you are counting some seeds on the ground. What do you say this Aaron will be? Maroon, because you add the M. You say that high. Carbon.
Why, so you wouldn't say arrow, you would say Maroon?
No, you say Aaron is valid when I'm writing it down like this. You see? But when you are using it to count something, like you want to tell your sister to bring 5 of something from the room. Babi mu marun wa. mú márùn wá, huh?
And
Telling her to bring 5 of it,
okay.
right? So you won't say, bá mi mú àrùn wá, it will sound, it will not sound right. Márùn, you just say, you're right? You have to say that because you have to know what number of it you want to bring.
Do you set out the rest of the numbers though too, or just 5?
I'm just showing you, yeah, for the rest of them.
Okay.
M will be here, M will be here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This one is the only one that they might not use that. If they want to say that, they can say, mú ọ̀kan wá. Bring 1, all right? They might say that. So this is an exception, right? But the rest, 6, Efa. To bring it is what?
Efa.
Straightforward. 7, AJ. Very good. 8, Ejo. 9, Eson. 10, Ewa. Mumewawa, right? Now I'm going to 11. 11, Okwala. Relate that to that. You see that? Now it gets simpler. 12, Ejila. 13, Etala. And then 14,
Maryland.
very good. Erila. Oh, Maryland. 15, Mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún. Which is àrùndínlógún. You see? Now this is crushed into a slang. Meh, right? Instead of saying márùn, you say mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún. Confused us like last week when we said mẹ́rìndínlógún. No, it wasn't mẹ́rìndínlógún. It's meh. All right, this is kind of slang, like saying ein, A-I-N-T, right? Or I'm not going to do that. I ain't doing that. Ain't doing that. Right? Slammed. Right? 15, 16 will be what? That's the most popular in the diaspora. Mary Dilogun.
Okay.
Even they don't use Mary Dilogun, they just say Mary Dilogun.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people say Mary Dilogun, yes.
So when I was taught the numbers when I was young, we always say the M was there. So
Yes.
we're not supposed to say the M unless we're using it like bring me something.
In-
when we write it.
The sentence will dictate that.
Okay.
The sentence will dictate when you will do that. If you say, I'm studying Eri Dilogun, you are studying a kind of IFA process, right? If you are saying, I'm bringing Mary Dilogun, it's different from I'm studying Eri Dilogun. I'm bringing Eri Dilogun, Mary Dilogun means I'm bringing 16 pieces of something. Maybe it's a drum circle, drum class. I'm bringing 16 drums. Mary Dilogun. Jimbe, Mary Dilogun. Right? If it's, but you see, if I say I'm bringing Mary Dilogun, guys will look at you twice and say, you're bringing the Mary Dilogun here? Which means is the divination thing. And you're bringing it into their midst. That's what you're trying to tell them. So now you got to know exactly when to use Mary and Aaron, right?